Got a 2010 Nissan Rogue. Came in for both CV axles bad. Make sure you jack up the car and get it stabilized with jack stands properly. It's a 21 millimeter lug nuts. Go ahead and remove the tire.
When I wake up, what do there? Is this even real? Only thing that kept my heart beating. No understand things, so stay wide awake. Only come out at night, but we're still looking for a sign.
Gonna go ahead and remove the brake caliper bracket with the caliper and everything attached. That's a 19 millimeter. And you're gonna wanna find a bungee cord or something to support it up out of your way. Try and get it as high up in the wheel well as possible so you don't have to fight it later.
See the stars. Come out at night, but we're still looking for a sign. When I wake up, oh, I can't help but to wonder, is this even real? Come out at night, but we're still looking for a sign. When I wake up, oh, I can't help but to wonder, is this even real? Can you see the stars?
Next, go ahead and get the ABS sensor out of your way so you don't break it. It's a 10 millimeter. Put some pliers on it, kind of wiggle it back and forth. Be very careful not to break it. And then I just tuck it up with the brake caliper so I don't damage it. There's two rubber plug holders, like little rubber grommets. Just wiggle them out. Be careful not to pinch the wires. Go ahead and get the tie rod out of my way so I can move the spindle around however I need it. This one is aftermarket tie rod, happened to be 17 millimeter. Go ahead and get that loosened. It's best practice to leave the nut screwed on the tie rod end just a few threads so it catches it when you knock it loose. You can smack the side of the spindle where the tie rod goes in with a hammer. If it's not coming, just smack it a little harder. They do make pullers for this if you have one, but I've had really good luck just beating them out. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and get the cotter pin out of the CV axle. so I can remove that 32 millimeter axle nut. You will need an impact. You could do it without an impact, but an impact will save you some cuss words. You see here, I'm going to remove the brake rotor. If it doesn't come off, just smack it on the face a few times and it should come right off. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the lower side of the sway bar link off. This one happened to have a 19 millimeter backing nut, so you can put a wrench on the back to keep it from spinning. You don't want to spin them. You could damage the ball joint. But it was a 18 millimeter nut.
Superstar, superstar, you've been lied to. You've been lied, but the stars never lie.
Now you have two pass-through bolts from your spindle to your strut, 21 millimeter. And then I just used an adjustable wrench on the back side to hold the bolt from spinning. Go ahead and pull them off and they should pop right out.
Tell them all, right beside me, you could be happy. Astrology is not part of me, but something about that night sky. Superstar, superstar, you've been lied to. Yeah, they lie, but the stars don't find you. Fill it up, go and rocket my ship. Shoot it up in space, a damn kid. Bottoms up, they said, so I did. Up here so bright, it can not got a bad feeling, shine.
At this point, you should be able to kind of work the CV joint out a little bit of the hub. And I'm just using a pry bar here on all sides to kind of get it to come loose, whatever dirt is holding it up. The CV joint was really bad and the boot was torn, so it just separated, which made removal pretty easy. Then you have to get a pry bar behind the other half of that. It has a snap ring that goes inside the transaxle. Just apply some force. Don't pry too hard against the transmission case or you could damage it, but it will come out. You just got to work with it.
Superstar, superstar, you've been lied to. You're the lie, but the stars never lied to. Tell them all, right beside me, you could be happy. Astrology is not part of me, but something about that night sky. Superstar, superstar, you've been lied to. You're the lie, but the stars don't find you. Coming down, been high for 2 days. Hit the ground, don't hear what they say. Come around, forget your mistakes. Then you come back with the bottle. Got a bad feeling, shine. In the sky we both meet it. Superstar, superstar, you've been lied to. You're the lie, but the stars never lied to. Tell them all, right beside me, you could be happy. Astrology is not part of me, but something about that night sky. Superstar, superstar, you've been lied to. You're the lie, but the stars don't lie to me. I've been moving forward, been reading the signs. And I already told her, move on with your life. Seeing how we both been getting older, but you're still wasting my time. Cause I already told her, move on with your life. Why don't we fade away? Deleting every picture, hoping you get the picture. Cause I don't wanna drag this out too long, no. You always think you're right,
appetite. I told her, move on with your life. I told her, move on with your life.
As you're going to see, get a little bit of fluid loss, so if you're worried about staining your concrete, put something under there to catch it. Obviously, I'm not worried about that, but I did have the new CV axle ready to go to minimize the spillage, and I did check and add fluid after this job.
I told her, I've been moving forward, forward, forward. I'm all out of time, all out of time.
Installing the new CV axle, you just get it in there, line it up with the splines, you'll be able to tell, and push it into the transaxle till you'll hear it snap into place, and then put it inside the hub and reassemble. Here I am assembling the spindle to the strut. You want to, there's a little place, so you want to kind of put it back where there's an outline of dirt. You can kind of tell where it's at, and then go ahead and put those two bolts in and tighten them up.
Cause I already told her, move on with your life. Yeah, won't you fade away? Deleting every picture, hoping you get the picture. Cause I don't wanna drag this out too long, no. You always think you're right. I told her, move on with your life. Don't fail my appetite. I told her, move on with your life. I told her, move on with your life.
Here I'm taking my 19mm wrench and my 18mm socket and reinstalling the lower portion of the sway bar link.
I told her, move on with your life.
Reinstall your wheel speed sensor. Be careful not to pinch or damage wires, and make sure it's routed the same way it came off. I sprayed a little bit of lubricant on the O-ring to make it easier to slide in to minimize damage.
Now I got this feeling that haunts me. I swear you is the blood running through my veins. Now you're living right here inside me, and I'm just trying to cope with the things you say. Even if the curtain drops and the daydream stops, we might just give it one more shot, or just end it on the spot. Is this the final call? As we're stuck in a crowded ticket hall, is this the final call?
Next, I'm going to install the tie rod back into the spindle. If you have an issue with the tie rod joint spinning, there's a few tricks you can do. Some of them have hold nuts that you can back up with a wrench. A lot of times I'll take my floor jack and apply minimal pressure till it stops spinning, and that's usually enough to get the tie rod nut back on and tightened up.
Tell me, what are we waiting for? 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 I was turning fall into nothing. I know I'm the
Now we're going to go ahead and assemble the brakes again, put the rotor on. It's a good idea to use some anti-seize to keep everything from binding up. Go ahead and make sure your brake pads are inside the rotor or the caliper bracket the correct way. You can add some grease in there. These didn't look too bad, so I just went ahead with reassembly. Just get the pads on the right way and kind of slide them over the rotor, and then throw your bolts in. They're 19 millimeter, and make sure you torque these to spec.
but it's up to you. Different directions, different connections. I am going nowhere, but it's up to you. Is this the final call? As we're stuck in a crowded ticket hall, is this the final call? Tell me, what are we waiting for? 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 What are we waiting for?
I wanna know your dark side. I wanna know your secrets. I wanna be your lifeline. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Tell me you're more than just a highlight. Pretty pictures on the outside. I hate to stare at you through these lights. So I wait for you, wait for me. Wait for you, wait for me. Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Oh, oh, this ain't love, no, no. This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial. This ain't love, no, no.
Next, I'm going to install the axle nut on the new CV joint. Once again, it's 32 millimeter. Probably a good idea to put some anti-seize on this as well. I'm not a fan of anti-seize though. I'd rather just use brute force when taking it apart the next time and suffer.
This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial.
Here I'm just installing the cotter pin in the CV joint. Make sure you get the little ends that stick out, get them wrapped around the CV joint pretty well so it doesn't interfere with the rim.
I wanna know you inside and out. Wanna know what's behind the light. Wanna feel that real love from within. Let me in. I want real love, real heights. You're just enough to get me through.
Give it a good look over, make sure you didn't miss anything, make sure everything's back how it's supposed to be. It's a good idea to check the backing plate on your rotor for your brakes, as 9 times out of 10 when I finish a job, there's a scraping noise, and it's usually the backing plate, the dust cover for the rotors. If the backing plate is rubbing, you should be able to get a pry bar or screwdriver in there and kind of put it back to where it was supposed to be. Just pry it a little bit away from the brake rotor. Here you can see me struggling to get them all started by hand. I always start all nuts and bolts by hand to make sure I don't cross thread them. It'll save you a lot of time. If you do cross thread them, you'll have a nightmare. When you tighten any wheel or anything, do it in a star pattern, crisscross, and make sure you torque the lug nuts. Most lug nuts should be retorqued after 100 miles of driving.
You're officially perfect for me. So wait for you.
Up all night thinking, passing the time, anxiously waiting. You're on my mind, losing and winning. You can't get it right. Hoping you see me for more than just nights. Up all night thinking, am I on your mind? Will you come meet me and change my life? This love could be deeper. Just thinking, will you love me? Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you.
Addicted to you.
Click and scroll, I can't let you go. They say I'm addicted to you. Oh, oh, this ain't love, no, no. This ain't love, no, no. This is artificial.
I'll show you the broken CV joint. You can go ahead and pause it if you need to. The boot was broken, which introduced a bunch of dirt and caused this to fail. Could be a worn out part, but most likely no grease because it all got slung out, and then you have metal on metal. Please like and subscribe.